I coach real estate agents every day, and there is one mistake that I see over and over and over again. And in my opinion, it's the number one reason why real estate agents fail. I'm going to share that with you now and how to avoid it. Coming up next. Hey everyone, welcome back to Freedom Agents. My name is Marc Brenner, and this channel is all about helping you sell more homes. So I have been taking a lot of coaching calls lately, and I am seeing the same thing over and over and over again. I've been in this business 5 years now. I sell about 25 to 35 homes a year as a solo agent, and I see the same thing every single day. And at this point in my career, I am completely convinced that this is the number one reason why real estate agents fail. And I'm going to share this with you today, and I hope you take my advice. Listen, I can share all this information with you, but only you can decide to listen to me, trust me, and take action. If there's one thing I pride myself in this channel on, it's simplicity. If you notice my videos, I try to keep it not complicated. I keep it laser focused and simple. So you've probably heard me talk about this topic in the past, and you're definitely going to hear me talk about it in the future. So let me just say here now, clearly to you, I'm speaking to you, the number one mistake new realtors, and all realtors make for that matter, is focusing on activities that don't produce business. Listen, when you get into this business, it's a whole new world. You don't know what you don't know. And a lot of people are taking an employee mindset into an independent small business owner space. And so what these new realtors are doing is trying to figure out how they can be the world's greatest real estate agent. They want to work for the best broker. They want to have the best branding, the best logo. They want to work with luxury listings. They want to make a lot of money. They want to know the contracts better than anyone else. And that all comes from a very good place. I am not criticizing you. This is exactly what I did when I started. But unfortunately, this is also the reason why most agents fail. We have a huge failure rate in this industry. And listen, again, I coach agents every day and I hear the same thing over and over. I'm doing this, I'm doing that, I'm going to trainings, I'm setting up a website, I'm learning the contracts. And I ask these people, are any of these activities getting your phone to ring? And the answer is the same. Well, no. I haven't sold anything yet, or I've sold one thing, my cousin who needed to buy a house. And listen, if you're looking back on your day and all the activities you did and the actions that you took, and none of them made your phone ring, you've got to rethink what you're doing. So right in front of me, I made a list of the most common activities realtors tell me they're doing that are worthless for you at this point, that you just straight up should not be doing. And then after that, I've got a list of activities that are the only things you should be focused on. So if you're a new realtor, if you're an experienced realtor who's not selling as much as you want, I hope you're excited because this really is the truth. At the end of the day, this is the truth about how you can be successful. Where you take it, all the details, how you make it your own is another matter. But this is the real truth. We need to cut through the BS and focus on what gets your phone to ring. So right now, I'm going to run through this list of activities that most realtors are wasting their time doing. And warning, it's probably going to disturb you. You've probably had mentors and realtors telling you you should be doing this stuff, and I'm telling you you shouldn't. Hopefully, I'm making a logical argument that will make sense for you and convince you that you should listen to me and focus on the other activities. So let's just go through these activities that on their face, they sound beneficial. And listen, these activities are not inherently bad, but you shouldn't do them until you're starting to close deals. So it's not that the activities themselves are bad or counterproductive. It's just that you have the order reversed. You're focusing on the activities you should be doing after you're closing homes. Okay, so if you're not closing deals, or if you're not closing as many deals as you want, you should not be doing any of these things. Okay, so here is the list, and it will be a little bit disturbing. Certifications. I have realtors telling me, oh, I'm becoming a Realtor Association certified buyer specialist. Do you think anyone's going to hire you because you've got some acronym next to your name? Because you're a certified buyer specialist, I promise you that will never get you hired over someone else. Now, again, there's a caveat for all of these. None of these things are inherently bad. I'm not criticizing you if you do these. I'm not criticizing the activity in and of itself. But if you are a day one agent worried about becoming a certified buyer specialist or a first-time buyer specialist or a listing specialist or a relocation specialist, that is a huge waste of your time. None of those certifications are going to get your phone to ring. Okay, let's move on. Memorizing contracts. Now, it's logical. You're a new agent. You don't know your contracts. Shouldn't you be spending time getting to know the contracts? No, you shouldn't. Because you know what? You could literally have a photographic memory and know every contract in your state, and it's not going to get your phone to ring. You know how you get good with contracts? You actually do deals. You actually work with clients and you focus on the contract that you're actually actively working on, okay? So stop studying contracts until you actually have a real life contract. Number 3, this is gonna bother you, trainings, right? You're at Keller Williams or RE/MAX. Shouldn't you be going to the trainings that they offer? Now, there's plenty of time in the day. I'm not telling you never to go to trainings, but a huge pitfall for most agents is spending all day in trainings. How much training can you have? Are the trainings making your phone ring? Okay. So listen, especially if the training is on lead generation, I'm more pro training, but you should not be spending 3, 4, 5, 6 hours a day in training. Okay. You should maybe do 1 to 2 trainings a week. Trainings waste time that could be otherwise spent generating leads. Let me just pause right here for you now in case you haven't watched any of my videos or heard me speak. The only thing you need to be focused on is lead generation. That's it. The only problem you have to solve is how can I get my phone to ring? Okay, that's the only thing. And I really hope this is an encouragement for you because if you think about it, I just simplified your whole life. Okay, the only thing you have to do before you set your head down on your pillow tonight to feel good about yourself is lead generating. Until you have more business than you know what to do with, there is no need to do any of these other activities. So that was a short digression. How about creating a website? Really important to have a nice fancy website, right? Isn't that going to create business for you? No one cares about your website. I've never gotten a client because of how great my website is. So you're going to spend what? A day, a week, a month crafting the perfect website? Waste of time. You could literally be the top producer in your marketplace and not have a website. And I mean that for real. So again, none of these things are inherently bad, but these are the time sucks that cause realtors to fail. How about headshots? Need good headshots, right? Well, yes, maybe at some point it would be nice to have headshots, but again, if your whole day was working on getting a certification, memorizing a contract, going to a training, working on your website, and then getting headshots, what didn't you do that day? You didn't generate any leads. Okay, so forget about headshots. How about a logo? You got to have a fancy logo, right? You got to have great branding. Isn't branding part of being a salesperson? No, it's not. Maybe at some point it is, but not right now. You could have the coolest logo, the coolest name, the fanciest colors, hire Van Gogh to make your logo, and it's not going to make your phone ring. Why do people hire you? Because they know, like, and trust you. How are they going to know, like, and trust you if you're not putting yourself out there? Okay, so forget about your logo, forget about your branding. How about this? Forget about your email signature. Doesn't matter. Lender lunches. Every lender wants to take you to lunch, buy you lunch, which is nice. Lenders are wasting your time. Lenders want to create some kind of connection with you because when you have a contract, they want you to use them as their lender. I'm not telling you never go to lunch with a lender, but if you're going to 1, 2, 3 lunches a week with lenders, you could be going to lunch with potential clients. Stop going to lender lunches. Realtor meetups. Now listen, networking is good. Again, realtor meetups are not inherently bad. Are you trying to market to realtors? Are these realtors going to use you as their real estate agent? No. So the only meetup you should be going to is a meetup of people that might want to hire you. Okay, so that is my list. As you can tell, I'm very passionate about this. Those are some of the most common things that people think are good and beneficial. These are even things that your team leader or your market center leader or your guru, your real estate guru are telling you should be doing. I don't think you should be doing any of them. None of the things I mentioned will cause your phone to ring. You are not a real estate employee. You are a salesperson. And a salesperson in any industry, their number one job is how to get their phone to ring, how to get people to want to work with them. So I hope that encouraged you, because I just wiped your slate clean of all these activities that you don't need to waste your time on. All right, so what are the activities that you should be spending your time on? Listen to me, trust me. I'm not the most successful realtor, but I've had some success, and I think I know what I'm talking about at this point. If a realtor tells me they're doing the following activities consistently every day, I know for a fact they're going to be successful, even in an industry with an 87% failure rate in the first 5 years. So what are these activities? Now listen, these are activities that either cause your phone to ring or allow the phone to be picked up when you call someone. Posting on social media, creating content and posting it. And this is a whole other video, but when I say content, not content about being a real estate agent. Don't make content about contracts. Don't make content about escrow, the inspection process, down payment options. No one cares about that. Make content that provides your viewers value. Neighborhood specific content, school related content, things to do related content. Okay, be a neighborhood expert when it comes to your content. Calling friends, calling your friends and family, people who already know, like, and trust you. You're gonna call them not to ask for business, but simply to stay top of mind. A good salesperson deepens relationships so that when any number of people that you know needs a realtor, you're the first person that they think of. So a big part of being a salesperson is investing in developing relationships. Talking to strangers. Okay, you're going to notice a theme here. Talking to people, right? You can talk to people you know. It's much easier. You can also talk to strangers. Now, that could look like cold calling FSBOs and expireds. That's not my preferred method of generating leads, but it's a hell of a lot better than getting a certification or going to a training. So you can call people you know. You can call strangers. You can host an open house. That's how I got my first piece of business. That is where you're going to interact with people who are probably ready to buy a home and they may not be represented. You can go door knocking. Okay, you're talking to people. You can handwritten letters. Okay, if a friend or acquaintance or someone you know sent you a handwritten letter, that would probably make an impression on you, right? I'll tell you what, if you wrote 5 handwritten letters a day for a month, that would be probably 50 times better than doing any of the tasks I previously told you not to do. How about hobby groups? Think about this. I would rather you join a CrossFit gym than I would rather you create your website logo or branding. Why? Because when you join a CrossFit gym or a yoga gym or a crocheting club or you convert to Judaism and join a synagogue, you are in a community. You're around people. You develop relationships. They begin to know you as Mary or Joe who sells real estate, okay? This is where your business is going to come from. You probably already have a hobby. You probably already have a passion. You probably share that with a group of people. Double down, reinvest in these groups and relationships. I'm not telling you to tell all these people that you're a realtor, but if you deepen relationships with them, they will obviously know that you're a realtor, especially if you're posting on social media. So if you don't have any hobby groups, this is a great excuse to pick up a hobby. Start working out. I don't care what the hobby. It could be Frisbee, it could be golf, it could be Dungeons and Dragons. Whatever it is, you need to be in a hobby group. How about touring homes? One of the best things you have as a realtor is access to every home in the market in your area. Now, I don't mean this to develop your skill of touring homes. I mean this to shoot the vacant home for social media content. People love to see content like that. Why do you think HGTV is so popular? So leverage your superpower as a realtor of being able to get into any vacant home and utilize it for posting on YouTube. You could even do a virtual open house and go live on TikTok or YouTube as you walk through the house, okay? So that's the short list I have. There's only so many ways to generate leads, but I really hope this is crystallizing for you. I have the same conversation with new realtors every day. What are you doing? I'm developing my website. I'm going to trainings. I'm getting a certification. Is it causing your phone to ring? No, I haven't done any deals. Or no, I've sold one house in the last 6 months. You're a salesperson. You're not a real estate agent employee of a company, okay? You don't need to play the role of realtor. You need to develop the real skill of a salesperson, which is marketing yourself and putting yourself out there, and most importantly, providing value for the people that you want to connect with consistently over a long enough period of time to where people are starting to reach out to you consistently. So, as you can see, I'm very passionate about that. I don't know how to be any more crystal clear and simple, but just to recap, by far the number one reason new realtors and old realtors fail is because they're focused on the wrong activities. Number two, this is sales. Your number one task is to develop the skill of understanding how to make your phone ring. That's the only thing that matters. Because guess what? You're wondering about, oh, this doesn't make any sense. I should know the contracts. I should have the certification. I should have the nice website. Nothing is going to develop those skills for you more than actually having reps in the real world, actually having a buyer or seller to work with. And guess what? When you have money coming in from the deals that you're closing, you can pay a professional to develop a better website than you would ever be able to. You can pay a professional to do your headshots, create your logo, your email signature. If you want to get a listing specialist certification from the Realtor Association after you've closed 10 plus deals a year, go for it. But if you're not closing deals, certifications mean nothing. So the last thing I'll say is I've given this advice over and over and over. And the one thing I can't do is make you listen to me or trust me, okay? All I can say is the proof is in the pudding. Did what I say make sense? Was it logical for you? Has anything that you've been doing so far caused people to reach out to you and want to work with you? Have any of the most successful realtors in your office or online told you that going to meetings is the most important thing? All the most successful realtors that you know are probably really good at marketing to their sphere of influence, generating referrals. They're incredible on social media. They're constantly in meetings of groups or people, constantly putting themselves out there, open houses, door knocking, picking up the phone every day. So hopefully this isn't too rude of an awakening for you, but you're in sales. Now, the beautiful thing about this is, and I want to leave you with something positive to motivate you, you literally only have to learn one skill to get rich. One skill to get rich. Not 10 different skills, not 8 different certifications, not the best website, branding, logo, marketing, whatever. You literally only need to go to school, the school of hard knocks, the school of self-education, and figure out how to get your phone to ring. And if you can do that, not only are you going to make a lot of money, but even if you went on to some other kind of sales job outside of real estate, all that stuff would apply. If you sell some kind of software or technology, if you sell insurance, if you become a lender, any sales, like if you have the skill of sales, you will never hurt for money in your life. So I really want to motivate you. I hope you feel encouraged. Your life should be simplified. The only thing you need to focus on is getting your phone to ring. And there's only so many ways to get your phone to ring. You do not need to reinvent the wheel. You need to understand the ways that there are to lead generate. You need to pick the ones that you enjoy, because if you enjoy doing it, you're more likely to do it consistently over a long enough period of time. I hate cold calling. So I do not do that because there's no chance I'm going to do it as long as it takes to develop success. You're not going to close a sale on your first day of cold calling. You're going to have to do it 8 months to a year before consistent business is coming in. That's why I do social media. So you can do this any way you want, but you've got to pick something that you're going to be able to do consistently over a long enough period of time. So that's all I got for you. I really hope you're successful. I hope you listen to me. Don't overthink it. Don't do more research. Pull the trigger. Take action every day. Fail. Learn from it. Take more action. If you can just be consistent, if you can just run the marathon longer than everyone else, you're going to have all the success that you could ever want and more. So thank you for watching. Like and subscribe. Share the channel with a friend, and I'll see you in my next video.